Here we are. We've something new. I've added a little camera so you can see my dash layout here. I'll just really quickly run over this just so you can see what's up with it. First of all, I'm using a T8HA shifter, and I did my own shifter conversion. This is an Eaton Fuller 18-speed shift knob I got off of, I bought from the I think Gear Center or something, Gear Supply, whatever, in the US, and converted it. I'm using an old G25. I made an adapter, I did a little video on that to put this wheel on it, and put a Peterbilt logo in the front. It's a Peterbilt keychain. I just knocked the little eye off it. 3D printed that center bit. I 3D printed the adapter too, because it's a 5-bolt wheel, or 5 screws, and all the adapters you could get on Thingiverse or to print or buy were 6-bolt. So I made my own 5-bolt. I have a 3D printer. And the dash panel is made from an old aluminum computer case I had forever. It was back in the day when computer cases were really big, and it was like a server size, like a home server size case. So, and it'd been sitting around forever, so I cut it up and made it into this dash panel. So let's hop inside the truck so I can do it with my switch here or on my mouse. We'll start the engine. I used to use this key, but it failed. It was a cheapo off Amazon. I got to get a replacement. So I changed my ability to turn the engine off and on to my old wiper switch here. So we have windows. There's a left window up and down. Right window. Change the views. I've got I can bring the map up here. Turn it off. This, of course, I have escape to go back to the main menu thing. If I push that down, it takes a screenshot. Over here we got lights. So we got 4 ways. Horn, beacons, and what used to be the wipers now turns the engine off. Over here we got diff lock. We got the drop axle for the truck, drop axle for the trailer detach or attach, here enter or activate. I've got my wipers here now, so you can have them on delay or the various speeds. Just with that rotary encoder, it's kind of handy. Here's my dash map, so it'll change the map size. I've got my cruise control adjust here, so moves it in 5 mile-an-hour increments. Here's my Jake brake, increase, decrease. It's also my world map. If I want to go there and push it again, I go back. This is the retarder, so if you're using the engine retarder, or the transmission retarder, whatever, you use that. And to change the the setting. Over here we've got the radio, brings up the radio, and I can we got to go back, but when the radio's on, I don't think I'm allowed to play it in a video. This changes so you can see it's like I don't need to push it to activate it. If I just rotate it, it's going to start picking up the stations. I can just tune through them. I've added a bunch of stations that I would listen to. Like my stations start right here. So Calgary, London, Ontario, Charlottetown, Halifax, Ottawa, Saskatoon. Got a whole bunch. Comedy Club I added. Radio, talk radio and stuff. But anyway, I'll turn that off because I'm not really allowed to put radio stations on. And the volume is here. so you can change the radio volume. And over here I've got, like if you need to call for help or whatever, you can bring this up, and then you can use, you know, scroll through. So what do you need? You just go through there, and then you hit the activate button to select whatever it is if you're in trouble. You want to get rid of that map, you go back over here and just hit that twice, it's gone. I got other things in here. Gee, what the heck are they all? This used to be the route advisor. What do we got here? So some of these I've deactivated because I just used them in here. So that's the quick load, and if I push it to the left is quick save, and that's for if you're using the Truckee dispatcher, it's handy. This is the Tobii eye tracker reset. And what else we got? That was my zoom camera, but see, that's all it does now. I used to be able to look in that mirror over there and hit zoom. I don't know if anybody else is having that issue. But anyway, so that's and I use a Stream Deck down here. And once I start recording, I can move it back. I do my my dev console stuff from here. So if we go back, so these screens here, that one and this one, I use for Farm Sim, and this one is for ATS. So I get into the dev console here, cycle through the previously used commands, hit enter, hit dev console, and it's activated. And I've got the alt tab to go to the desktop, Garage Manager 0 and Control F9 here. So that's for attaching a trailer, or 0 if you want to go into fly mode. And these are Truckee commands. Have an escape here, and I also have F10 for screenshot. If for whatever reason, I don't know why I put it there, I use the other one. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get going. Oh, and I have a tablet here with the truck info. So Truckee gave me a problem, so I took it off, and I'm using that. And then I have this. These are both on SimDash. So anyway, let's get going. Turn off the parking brakes. It's funny, you have to do the truck brake twice, and the trailer brake you only have to activate it once. It's kind of irritating.
Turn right.
But anyway, that's a little look around the dash. Yeah, like I say, I made it out of whole computer case, cut it up with my bandsaw,
Keep right.
pop riveted it all together.
50 yards, turn right.
Now, where are we turning at the light, I would assume?
Turn right.
We got 88,000 pounds of bricks on here. And we're going from Hobbs, New Mexico to Clovis, New Mexico. Oh, I've got to say, I got a new skin on here too. We'll look at it in a bit. £80,000 on the SCS turnpike double flat deck.
Keep right. After 50 yards, turn right. Turn right.
Yeah, the paint job is a fictitious one. I just made it up. I have to tell you a story about it. Yeah, Flatbed Brothers, which is a mouthful. But when I was a kid, living at home, my dad's hobby was restoring old steel wheel antique tractors from the 20s and 30s. And he had, geez, I think he got up to, I think 12 or 14 of them. But we used to haul them around to shows and stuff with a 1956 Ford F500 flat deck, and it had stake sides as well, so you could do loads with stake sides. And anyway, we had a float, we pulled behind it, and needless to say, when I wasn't busy with that, hauling of stuff, people knew I had this.
After 100 yards, turn left.
They would always be asking me to do stuff. And a buddy of mine, Phil, and I, when I moved into the city, we would still go out and grab the truck and do things. And a friend of ours was a graphic artist. Thought it was kind of funny. Dan and Phil used to call us two dudes in a truck. So, being a graphic artist, he made us some business cards, put on them Flatbed Brothers Trucking Company. Dan and Phil were two dudes in a truck. So, what I'll do, I'm going to insert that right here. I'm going to just got to get over to where I can stop recording. I'll stop recording, insert that, and then start recording again so you can see the card. It's kind of funny. Okay, hopefully that worked and you saw the card. So anyway, that's where Flatbed Brothers comes from. That's got there, it doesn't show on the map. I don't have my lights on. There we go. This is quite the industrial complex here on the right when you come into Artesia.
Go straight.
Yeah, I forgot to show you. I have my dimmer switch over here. I don't know if you can see my foot move. The high and low beams down there in my foot. And I have my signals right here, just behind the wheel. You can't see the switch probably from the camera angle. But like I said, I've got 3 Arduino boards running all of this. So they're all connected via USB. So I have the shifter.
Keep right. After 50 yards, turn right.
Because you can only have, gee, I don't know if I'd fit up there. I think what we'll do, yeah, we'll head up there now. Look, oh, this could be iffy. That light changes.
Turn right.
Leave myself a little space in case I have to bail out through the. Oh, there we go. I was going to bail through the gas station. back inside. What are we talking about there? Got sidetracked. But, yeah. It's all good.
Go straight.
When I stopped recording there to insert the business card image, my force feedback steering, I'm using the Real G27 plugin. For some reason that disabled it, so I have that situation right now where the steering is super stiff. So we'll have to finish this trip like that. So if you see me putting two hands on the wheel, it's because it's unexpectedly stiff. But yeah, this little dash console thing makes it kind of nice. Oh, this whole rig I'm sitting in here, this is my racing sim. You know, I used to be really into the racing sims, and used to be doing them all the time. And I built this for that. So it's a steel frame. I'm sitting in a nice leather bucket seat I got from the auto wrecker, and I inverted the pedals. So I took the G25 pedals out of the plastic base and I made a thing that's all adjustable for height. And the seat, of course, moves back and forth on its rack. And if you want further adjustment, this whole platform that everything's on can move forward and back, so you can move the steering wheel away or near in relation to the pedals. And of course the seat moves on the rack. The gear shifter here, you have to do a couple bolts behind the stream deck here, and you can slide it forward and back. So you can get this thing set up pretty much the way you want it.
Go straight.
And yeah, it's kind of handy. I got my big bass speaker over there. And when I'm not using the headset, I have my left and right speakers built into the dash.
Go straight.
Oh man, Roswell. We'll be going through, suffering through all these lights through here. It's like quite the bummer in this town. So let's look at the paint job a bit. So, yeah, it's a ripoff of the Warner Brothers logo. I took it, and they have a ribbon going around the front of it, and I
Go straight.
cut and chopped and did it. I did it all in paint.net, the manipulation of the thing. It's a big job. Took a long time to do it. Been wanting to do it for a long time because I you know, that logo, obviously you remember it from a kid watching cartoons.
Go straight.
And I always thought it'd be kind of fun to turn it into a truck company logo. So I put a ribbon at the bottom of it and took the W out, and I flipped the B and turned it into what I hope is an F. And then I shaded half of it a darker blue and a lighter blue to give it a 3D look. And then I set this
Go straight.
pretend company up in Amarillo, Texas, with a view that, you know, once again, Texas is coming to the game, so it's kind of fun to have more Texas companies. And what else about that? Well, that's about it. Big or small, we haul it all. Anyway, yeah, I'll see. I'll probably publish this again. I'm thinking, so this is on the FLX 359, but I'll do it for because this is a payware truck, I'll do it for the Viper and probably the SCS 389.
Go straight.
But because it's a simpler paint job without a stripe down the side, I'm probably going to do it for the MTG 281/351 as well. And this load on the truck is that mod from the Steam Workshop where you get different loads for the flat decks. I finally got one on here. And oh, there's an MGB GT over there. The intersection. Cool. What else was there about? Oh yeah, the other thing I did is I don't know if it's a video, if I put it out or not. I was complaining about how the front wheels in the Smarties wheel pack, how that sort of blotchy look spinning around. They look like they were really dirty. So this is the default Alcoa front wheel, and it doesn't do it in the video, so you don't get much of a choice for tires, but at least it doesn't look goofy in the video.
Go straight.
Yeah, it's nice on the, as I've mentioned before, I like the look of a nice big orderly load like this on a turnpike double. It looks good. Get back in the cab before we get hit in the face by a sign. The light just changed. I have a longer yellow light app on, so which is also the greens and the reds.
Go straight.
It's kind of funny they call it the longer yellow, and it's works on all of them.
Keep right. After 50 yards, exit right ahead. Exit right ahead.
That's quite an
After
effort to steer with
100
the
yards, turn
force
right.
feedback off. It's like driving the old F500.
Turn right.
This guy's motoring along here. We better wait. Oh yeah, the other thing, I have my cruise control is this left button right here. So that puts my cruise on and turn it off. And then this is my resume. So that resumes it. mindless babbling away and everything. I'm not paying attention to time and speed. Not the way I was in real life. I was on time Dan when I was driving. Took great pride in that. It's one way to get repeat business. That's a good tug, it's 88,000 pounds. Making the, this is my ZeeMod DD60 medium heavy haul motor. It's working on this load. And we're using JBX graphics again here. Yeah, I find the if you on your cruise control, it's just I'm thinking about doing a what do you call it? A special transport or whatever, heavy haul.
Go straight.
Pilot cars and everything, and cruise control is super helpful with that because typically you'll be driving at 40 miles an hour, following the police car, who's your lead pilot car, which is a little unusual, but or at least in my world, you'd be having a pilot truck, which is modeled in the game following you. But anyway, long story short, if your if you have the cruise control set to 0 tolerance in the game preferences, it'll hold 40, and which is really nice when you're following the guy, and you can maintain your 40 mile an hour and gap to him, which is good. And or if you're 35, whatever, and you can concentrate on other things like watching the load and everything instead of yo-yoing back and forth closer or further away and getting the pilot car confused, because they really want you to hold that, because it's, you know, it's AI and it's going, oh, what's going on back there, where's that guy, and you know, it makes it difficult if you're not able to maintain that speed. So that's a really handy feature to have, is set your cruise to 0 tolerance. Now we got a left turn up here. I don't know if that guy can let us, yeah, he's letting us over. I like that. Oh, he's turning anyway. Thought he was being kind.
Keep left. After 50 yards, turn left. Turn left.
See what kind of trouble we're going to get into with this stiff steering.
After 100 yards, turn right.
Where are we going anyway? Oh, Union
Turn
Pacific.
right.
Won't be any problem. They're just going to drive us in straight. Just got to stay kind of wide so we don't drag this thing on the gate on the way in. Just make sure we're over there.
have reached your destination.
All right. Yeah, straight on ahead. Easy peasy. Yeah, you can see that corner there. I think Albuquerque's the same. It's got the big curve coming. I think a lot of these sites do. These Union Pacific rail transport in the default game, I believe, in Union Pacific in the real company names or whatever. There we go. Well, I won't keep you any longer, as that was a pretty long video with all the blabbing. So take care, and thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.